I'm so breezy. Okay. Hey, you guys. Hey to everybody coming into the chat. I'm gonna I'm adding some extra tracks into a new wig that I'll be installing tomorrow. So I'm gonna be doing that as I'm talking about everything I want to talk about. And I actually, you guys, I got this wig off what was it, AliExpress? I got this wig off AliExpress. It's 26 inches. It's a T-part wig. And I got it for under 150. And the hair is actually really good quality. But what I noticed is a lot of these hair companies, like when it comes to these deals, quote unquote, they will, this is my, Kathy, this is my hair for the weekend, baby. When I say she's sitting, okay, she is sitting. Baby, it's the whole 26, but I'm adding in more bundles because I feel like the ends were a little thin. A lot of these hair companies, the thing is, I've been wearing hair for so long, you guys, like when it comes to wigs, bundles, whatever. I've been wearing all these things for so long that I can look at it and I know what length it is and I know what density it is. And I've been like literally since I was like freshman year in college. So you can't tell me like if I order a 180 density and you send me 150, I'm a no. If I order 26 inches and you send me 24, I'm a no. So this one, what I will say, I really like the quality of the hair. I don't have any complaints about that. But the ends were very thin. So I went and got another 26-inch human Malaysian bundles to put in here because no ma'am, if I ordered 26, I wanted 26. So the ends were thin and it was roughly like a 24. And then I also feel like density wise, they sent me density wise, I feel like it was more it was giving 150 versus 180. It was not giving me 180. It was giving me a smooth 150. But I'm not mad because again the quality is good and when it comes to hair sometimes you get what you pay for and I got this hair for a really cheap price. But also that's because it is a T-part wig. So T-part wigs are not necessarily as expensive as if you get a frontal because they don't have as much lace space. So yeah, I'm gonna let some more people come in this chat and then we're gonna get started because honestly, you guys, Netflix is on some bullshit and I'm surprised nobody's been talking about it. But I've been peeping this bullshit that they've been doing, and I'm about to low key drag them right quick because I am over this shit. I really am, and we're gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna let hold on, let me tie this knot. I'm sorry, y'all. My wig head has been through it. We're not gonna roast her. We're not gonna come for her because sis has been giving, okay? Sis has been fighting the good fight. She has been through a lot. She's got me through a lot of hair dyes, a lot of bleaches, a lot of everything. Um, Actually, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into it because more people will join later. It is a weekday, so we'll see. But okay. So, y'all, my issue that I want to talk about with Netflix, okay? I don't know if you all have been noticing. I feel like a lot of people haven't because as far as I know, I'm the only one who has tweeted anything about this, really like kind of spoken on this, but I'm irritated with Netflix exploiting the hell out of lesbian relationships because it is not one of those things where it's like, oh, this is about inclusivity and whatnot. It is purely to satisfy the male ego. It is misogynistic as hell. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Because Netflix has, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but ever since the beginning of the quarantine, so like a year ago, we've now been in the pandemic for like a year. And ever since a year ago, I have noticed Netflix has like had this obsession, this influx of lesbian relationships on screen, which it would be totally cool. Like, I'm all the way here for showing more LGBTQA relationships. That's totally dope. Where they lost me was they don't show a lot of gay relationships, like male on male relationships. It's a lot of female on female action or woman on woman action. It's a lot of woman on woman action. And it's crossing into this realm of like low key soft porn type thing where I'm like, bro, like this is literally purely for the satisfaction of men. I feel like a lot of these little relationships that they're writing into these series, I feel like men wrote them because men love to see women on women. And I'm just like, it's not about the depth of these relationships that they're showing between these women. They don't have any depth. They don't have any real storylines. It's really just them making out and clit banging. And I'm just like, y'all do understand lesbian relationships are a lot more than them just like making out and having sex, right? Because when it comes to gay relationships, y'all don't, Netflix and all these places, they would never show them this male on male action the way that they'll do female on female action. It's exploitation of the woman's body, and I'm not here for it. You got all these shows, and that's like their new thing now. I don't know how nobody's noticing that Netflix new thing is like, we're gonna put these two women together and we're gonna give them this bullshit storyline that really does not hold a flame to a piece of paper. We're gonna give them a bullshit ass storyline, and we're just going to basically show you guys them getting it on, and people are going to watch because people love to see women on women. And I'm just like, bro, like, is nobody peeping this? What Netflix is doing? Yo, I can name a couple shows. Okay, so they've done it with oh my god, what's the name of that show with the there's a new one with this therapist lady, the what's it called, Gypsy or something like that, the one with the therapist lady. There's one the movie with the, what is it, Irresistible or something Attraction, or I don't know what it is, but it's this lady, again, another white woman, she's married or whatever, and they get a nanny, and the nanny is the nanny is hitting on her, and honestly the storyline, the writing, everything is complete doo-doo trash shit, literally trash can. It's shit. I haven't seen Jeannie in Georgia, but I'm sure they do it in there. They do it in I Care a Lot. They do it in, literally, it's so many. I can't even keep up with all the shows that are now showing these lesbian relationships. And I'm just like, bro, it would be one thing if you were showing them in a multi-dimensional, multifunctional capacity, but you're literally just showing them making out and having sex. Just say you like lesbian porn and keep it pushing. Like, if Netflix was really trying to be all inclusive, then we would have more shows with male on male romance. We would have more shows with trans romances. We would have more shows with just all types of shit, interracial, all, whatever the hell. It would not be this influx of literally women on women at the capacity that we are getting these women on women. And it is purely for the entertainment of men. It is misogynistic as hell. And I'm not with it. And I literally don't care if I'm the only one on YouTube who has pointed this out. I don't care if I'm the only one who feels this way. I'm not with it. Hold on. She said, Stardust said movie writers and directors are just filled with perverted men. LOL. No, seriously. I'm just like, how are people not talking about this? All of a sudden, like literally since the beginning of the quarantine, all of a sudden we've been getting all these shows, and every other show we've been getting is some like, women on women fuck fest. Like, what in the world? Most of Netflix originals, Miss Joe Bean said, most of Netflix originals nowadays seem like they were written by old straight white men. No, dead ass. Deadly Illusions is the one that I was thinking of with the nanny. That movie was fucking trash. I probably made it 20, if not 30 minutes, and I said, you know what, this movie is trash. They literally, the writing is boo boo, the acting is boo boo. It's literally just a, oh, okay, let's give it like a minor storyline just so we can justify these women, you know, making out and fucking on screen for an hour and a half or however long the movie is. Like, give us a real storyline if that's gonna be the case. Y'all remember back in the day, I don't know how old, you know, a lot of people in this chat are, but y'all remember back in the day, they had an Angelina Jolie movie called Foxfire. That movie is bomb.com. It had depth to it. It was like mysterious. It was like romantic. It was dope. If you're gonna give us, you know, LGBT, well, let me not even say LGBT, because if you just giving us L relationships at this point, you said fuck the GBT, all the rest of that. Y'all act like the lesbians the only ones that exist. Y'all would never, they would never have men on the screen. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't be with that, because I am very all about inclusivity. Like, you know, I feel like everybody should be able to watch, you know, movie shows and be able to see people that they relate to, see storylines they relate to. I'm very big on that. But I'm like, if Netflix was really trying to do that, then they would have a little bit of everybody in the LGBTQA community. They would not just have lesbians. And that's why I know it is probably old white men writing this shit. I'm just like, for what? For what? Y'all will show us boobies on screen. Y'all will show us, darn near try to show us vaginas. Y'all will never show us dick on screen. Girl, I really be looking like Netflix, go to hell. And I still honestly, and while we at it, it really pisses me off that we still damn near gotta beg Netflix. Netflix is allergic to black women, black women leads that are unambiguously black. Netflix will only put in mixed black women into their stuff. And no matter how much anybody says it, they literally act like those are the only ones that exist. They're like, oh, okay, we have a black story we need to tell. Somebody find us a mixed woman, a light-skinned, racially ambiguous mixed woman to tell it. Black women don't exist. We hate them. They don't exist. Y'all name me a show on Netflix that has a strong black female lead on the regular who's part of the main cast. Name me 5. You cannot. Now, if I were to say, oh, name me 5, name me 10, name me 15, where they have a mixed woman on the screen. We got Outer Banks. There's a mixed girl in Outer Banks. They got the movie with what was the movie with Zendaya where they was arguing the whole time? Girl, I couldn't even finish that movie. It had me stressed out. It's toxic as shit. I don't know if that was Netflix or that was something else. They got that. This new Genie in Georgia mixed girl. They got freaking All American is on Next Girls. All American is on Netflix. Nothing but mixed girls. They got honestly, keep it a buck. The only show I can think of that actually did diversity right on Netflix, as far as having a very, very just like diverse cast, was Sabrina. Miss Bojin said I would say Pose with dark skin characters are mostly side characters. Yeah, they're mostly side characters. Um, yeah, no, Netflix be on that bullshit. And honestly, some of the shows on Netflix are good. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like F all the Netflix shows. Um, but honestly, I'll be yo Netflix and their little agendas. I'll be over it, and people, just kind of let them slide. And I'm just like, bro, stop letting them slide with these agendas because they know exactly what the hell they're doing, and it's some bullshit. And honestly, keep it a buck. Netflix, normally at least they have the one token black guy. But Netflix don't even be wanting to put the niggas on the screen either. They find mixed men for those too. Netflix love well, and I mean, granted, the black men they don't get it as bad as unambiguous black women. They still can mostly slide their way in, and find that token black guy role. Even though who wants to be the token black person, period. But yeah, when it comes to unambiguous black women on Netflix, barely, barely. No, seriously. Adriana, or is that a Adana? Adana Amari. I hope I said your name right. Said every time they have a token black guy, he's dating a white girl. LOL. Like every time. Also, okay, I'm gonna pause aside of the Netflix. This is just a side note because I was talking with my friend about this earlier, and it's the fact that, and this is just a very random thought of mine, but people love to write off black women as aggressive and whatnot. And it's crazy to me that we get marked or written off as aggressive when, if I had to, and this is just honest, I ain't got nothing against nobody, but this is just me being honest. If I had to think of the most aggressive women towards men in general, I think Hispanic women are the most aggressive women towards men in general. They be cussing the fuck out, saying disrespectful as low blow shit, beating them the fuck up, slapping the hell out of them, slapping them up. And niggas don't ever be like, oh, Hispanic women are so aggressive. I can't talk to them because they're so aggressive. Hispanic girls be wildin'. I still love y'all, don't get me wrong. But these bitches be wildin' on niggas. Wildin'. And it's like, oh my God, it's so spicy, it's so sexy. But when you think about it, a lot of black women keep it a buck. We don't even be going as hard as they be going. We really don't. We really don't. And it's, oh my God, y'all are so bitter. Y'all are so aggressive. Y'all don't listen to nothing. Y'all don't like to submit. But you let the Hispanic girl, she box your ass up daily. And you over here, oh my God, I just love Hispanic women. Oh my God, they're just so feisty. With your black eye. Sir. Sir. Stockholm Syndrome? Do we need to go to therapy? Because I know you're not telling me that you love Hispanic women over black women because they're less aggressive with your black eye, sir. With your busted lip. With the cut on your forehead. But child. Light skinned women can get away with it with literally murder. A light skinned woman could attempt to literally kill a nigga and they still gonna be like, oh, I love light skinned women to the day I die. It was just an act of love. She's just passionate. I had to dig myself from 6 feet under because she tried to bury me alive after she shot me twice. But it's okay. She's just passionate. I still love her. I'm gonna catch a charge for Shorty. Boy. Shut the fuck. Boy. Go to hell. Y'all get on my nerves with that. A mess. A hot ass mess. A hot ass mess, y'all. I swear to goodness. I know so many Hispanic, Latin, whatever the proper term is. I know so many Latin women who be whooping niggas' asses and will openly tell you. Especially now I live in New York. Oh my God. It's like a regular thing. They be fighting them niggas like grown ass men. Straight boxing. But you gonna tell me that you more you know you don't like black women because we're so aggressive because whatever the reason, but Maria boxing your ass the fuck out. Boy, please go to hell. Guadalupe done goddamn Guadalupe done fought you and your mama. You and your mama twice. But we're the problem. It'd be the audacity for me. For real. It really be the audacity for me. But yeah, that was just a little side note. I just thought about that because again, me and my friend were talking about that earlier. Um, just a side note. And she gonna call you the N-word while she do it. But I digress. Oh, who sent me a super chat? Hold on, let me go back up. Somebody sent me a super chat. Ty Bowie said love you. Oh my god, love you too, boo. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. Tanisha M said the complexion for the not the complexion for the protection. Girl, if that ain't a word, a word. Cherry, we need merch saying the audacity. Honestly, I need to make y'all merch saying sporadic as hell as fuck. I need to make merch saying the audacity. Um, I really need to make merch. No, y'all know what I really need to make merch saying? I need to make merch saying the bars in hell because I swear I feel like I was the first to say that. And now I be seeing other people try to dip and dabble into saying my shit. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because people was not saying that before I was saying it. And I've never been one of them people to be like, oh, I was the first to do this. I was the first to do that. But for that one, I did not hear anybody saying that until I made my freaking peons video about that New York scammer. And now all of a sudden I be hearing on YouTube kind of here and there. I'm like, try your mama. Don't try me. Because I've been saying that. And then, of course, because it'd be bigger platforms. If I were to, if I were to be like, oh, no, that was me, they gonna go with whoever is bigger. So more people gonna be like, oh, no, so-and-so, that came from so-and-so. No, the fuck it didn't. Check the dates, little baby. Check the dates. Oh, no, I didn't drop my little thing. I'm screaming at me really sewing in these bundles while I'm on live talking shit. But no, next I want to get into okay, pause. I'm really working on shit for you guys. I have been, when I say working like a slave and not a house slave child, I've been out in the field with it. I've been working like a slave lately. So I said back in January I was doing the defense keychains. I've bought a lot of the stuff for them. I'm still working on those. I'm trying to work on some other things for you guys. So please just be patient. It's the summertime. I want to make sure my baddies, my cherry bombs are protected in the summer because these men are crazy. And for a lot of people, they have not been out in a year. So I know this summer is probably going to be pretty wild. So I'm still working on the defense keychain. So don't think I forgot, you guys. Still working on them. They are coming and they're going to be mad cute. I think I want to do like a little summer line, little summer keychain line. So just, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. They're coming. Period. But yeah, I do need to, I feel like I'm at that point where I need to start making you guys merch, and I need to stop kind of like shooting myself in my own foot because I guess sometimes I get nervous. I'm just gonna be honest, people like to get on here and pretend like they don't have, any insecurities, or like they don't, like they're not normal people. I'm human, and I think sometimes I get nervous because I'm like, oh my god, like if I make merch, are people gonna F with it? Are they gonna like buy it? Like, whoop-de-whoop. And I think I get nervous, but no, this summer I'm gonna stop letting my nerves to get to me. I'm gonna stop letting my anxiety get to me. I'm just gonna just go for it. Because I have so many ideas and I'm so creative. So it's like, why not? But okay, next. Oh shit, let me tie my little knot. Okay, she could be in there a little more. Hold on, y'all. Let me time the little knot one more time. Come on, Nadiana. Stop playing with me, girl. He was over here bucking. Now y'all say, girl, we buying. No, I really, yeah, I had to stop being nervous because honestly, I should have made merch for you guys a long time ago when I was doing my makeup headbands, and don't think I forgot about those either. It's just, if y'all have been OG subscribers, y'all know that I really went through some shit in my last relationship and it threw me off for literally a year. So I am these last well, it threw me off for a year, and then this last year I've been getting back on my ish. So yeah, you guys, I have not forgot. I just have so much cool shit that I want to put out there for you guys. But um no, so outside of the Netflix, okay, because Netflix got me bent, they got me effed up. But outside of Netflix, I wanted to talk about the Little Uzi and JT situation, you guys. I know I'm a little late, but I just one I rather let stuff play out because when you try to go like too quick, things, then you have to make a whole bunch of videos because you try to go too quick. But then also I be working, so um she did a video where she got cheek fillers. Oh wait, what are you guys talking about? Oh, I haven't talked about the little Nas video either. Let me add that to the list, you guys. Okay, wait. Do y'all want to talk about JT and Lil Uzi first, or y'all want to talk about Lil Nas first? Let me know in the chat right now. Which one do you guys want to talk about first? Okay, wait. Ooh, dang. Y'all going tit for tat. Okay, it sounds like y'all want to do JT and Lil Nas first. Okay. So, not JT and Lil Nas, JT and Lil Uzi. So, we're going to do that first, and then we'll go into Lil Nas. And if I go into anything else before I go into Lil Nas, then y'all remind me to do Lil Nas first. Okay, so, as far as the JT and Lil Uzi video, I saw the video, and what disturbs me, you guys, and I feel like I haven't really, I don't know, when I was reading like comments and stuff, I don't feel like anybody really addresses. First off, you can tell with this whole, like, with them trying to say, like, oh, we was, like, with him trying to say, oh, we were playing, that's how we play. You weren't fucking playing. Y'all don't play like that. You weren't playing. You can tell from the tension, from the, how her reaction is. You could tell from how he's saying what he's saying. They weren't freaking playing at all. It's very awkward to watch, and you can tell that they don't really necessarily get along, him and Carisha. And it's not even necessarily like they have beef, but it just seems like, y'all know, like when your friend dates somebody, you don't necessarily like who your friend dates, but you understand your friend likes that person, so you tolerate them. That's the vibe that I get from that situation. I also don't like the fact that JT is in love, and I don't know what all her placements are in her chart, because I'm like, child, this is not Sagittarius behavior, JT. Coming from a fellow Sag, we are not ones to let people just walk all over us, even when we really like them. Like Sagittarius, I feel like we are very blunt, we're very honest, we're very cutthroat, and we will leave the fuck out of you if you get on our nerves. We'll peace out. And you're not finna just tell us what to do. You're not finna talk to me any type of way. You're not finna be just telling me what to do, and I'm just gonna be just chilling like, oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm be like, bitch, you got me fucked up, and I really will embarrass you on live. Please don't play with me. You trying to show off for your little friends? Cause that's me all day. That is me. A nigga try to, be doing too much. Oh, you trying to show off for your little friends? Oh, okay, cause don't make me embarrass you. Oh, all right, pipe down. Uh-uh. Baby, I'm not the 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 10 to 12. No, ma'am. No, sir. I did not like that. I also don't like the fact where not only can you tell they weren't playing, but him saying, okay, him trying to sun JT when he said, and I'm surprised more people didn't catch this. When he was like, oh, JT, if I told you to kiss me on live right now, you would. That's some lame ass nigga shit to say. That's some real lame ass nigga shit. I don't like stuff like that. Cause you tried to embarrass her on live. You trying to be like, oh, I run this shit. You trying to sun her. And then when she was like, oh, she said something, and he was like, no, I'm not on no weird shit. You're definitely on some weird shit. The whole live is telling me you're on some weird ass shit right now. You definitely was striking me as, he was striking me as very controlling, telling her to shut up and all this other stuff. And you can tell from the way that she did not fight back. And I'm not saying they don't have love for each other. I very much believe they love each other. But you can tell from the way that she didn't fight back that I feel like he has the reins of the relationship. He has control. He's probably really controlling. And she has learned that, okay, I don't want to argue with him. So I'm just not going to say nothing because I just don't want to argue with him. So she just kind of lets him have it. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I saw that little Twitter where they was like, "Oh, I would have twisted his diamond like a doorknob." And granted, that goes into another thing that I really want to say on this live. That's gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I'll get into that later. I laughed. It was funny. Don't get me wrong. I was cracking up at that tweet, but um, women have this thing where it's so many women out here who think it's okay to put your hands on men, and then when they defend themselves, I don't care if they're not necessarily scared of you. You know, if you put your hands on a man, they have the right to defend themselves. And y'all joke too loosely about putting your hands on niggas and be the first ones to be crying left and right when they box your ass because you already was. I have literally seen women try to fight men like grown men. And if that man were to even mush them, they'd be, oh my God, he put his hands on me. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But you've been trying to box him like Floyd Mayweather for the past 25 minutes. And that's not me trying to victim blame. Nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a guy, especially if you're a guy, but women too. Why are you putting, that's just my unpopular opinion. Don't put your hands on a nigga if you don't want to get boxed. Period. I can't feel bad for you if you was already, if a nigga swings on you and you've already been antagonizing him and swinging on him and hitting him and abusing him, you know, left and right, and he finally swing on you, I don't feel bad for you. And I've always been like that. Neither party should put their hands on anybody. Neither party. And I can admit that I've had relationships where, or let me not say relationships, because I'm honestly pretty docile in relationships. I'm really chill, but it takes a lot to make me mad. But I've had a past relationship where that person would antagonize me, antagonize me, antagonize me, antagonize me. And then when I would swing, it was like, oh, okay, you're in the wrong. Which granted, I will openly admit, I still was in the wrong. Shouldn't have done that. And I don't feel good about that. Like, the way y'all brag about domestic violence as women is really weird to me. It's really weird. And this is me coming from somebody who, at a certain point in my life when I was younger, I used to be one of them bitches that was bragging about the shit. Oh yeah, if a nigga do this, then whatever. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, woo. But that was me being young and immature. And the more I've grown, the more I've been like, bro, there's nothing cute about that. There's nothing cute about putting your hands on your partner, male or female. There's nothing cute about that. So yeah, the tweet itself, I'm not one of the people that's overly sensitive on Twitter. The tweet was still funny, but I'm just saying, for the people that take stuff like that and they really go run with it, no, don't go run with that, because you should not have your hand on an individual. But as for JT and Lil Uzi, I do feel like, yeah, he just strikes me as very, he was just doing entirely too much. And mind you, JT, from what I saw in the video, she wasn't even saying nothing crazy for him to be coming at her the way that he was. It was like so unwarranted. It was so uncalled for. Like, the shit that he was saying was like, the way that he kept on trying to cut off every sentence of hers. She could literally be sitting there, or like, JT, stop, because you doing too much. You doing too much. The bitch said she like pie. Like, what the fuck? Like, everything she was saying, she was not saying nothing crazy. He was not saying anything crazy that warranted the way that he was talking to her, drunk or not. And that's my thing too. Like, people love to blame certain things on being drunk. You're not finna just get drunk and then talk to me crazy, and then I'm gonna just be like, oh my god, they were drunk. I'm not excusing that. Don't talk to me crazy. Come correct or don't come at all, because I don't play that. Don't talk to me wild. And I get it. Love can make you do things that in your mind you literally be telling yourself, like, I don't know why I'm doing this. This don't make no sense. The logical side of you is like, bro, you are really like on dummy mode right now. And when you're in love, sometimes you just still like, you'll still put up with certain things. You'll still go that route. But I don't know. It's just that lie was just cringy as hell to me. And then I also feel like I don't understand, and I saw this on Twitter too, but I also, even outside of Twitter, I already was. Girl, Kathy, yeah, she loved making excuses for him. I'd be like, bro, every time somebody says something, literally, Uzi could, every time he do something to her, do something to embarrass her, every time he says something reckless, whatever the case, she make excuses for him. I'm like, why do you have to make this many excuses for this nigga, girl? That's a red flag right there. You should not have to make this many excuses for this nigga. He called her, oh, when he do that? He called her burnt and crispy. Oh, and mind y'all, now that we talking about it too, I don't like the fact that people are like, oh, you can tell they was just playing because at the end he said, oh, bye, best friend. But did y'all not hear? People are talking about, oh, okay, at the end, y'all didn't hear them say bye, best friend. Did you also not hear Carisha say we don't have to be friends several times? She don't want to be friends with him. Point blank, period. It's very obvious. She don't want to be friends with him. They were not playing. She does not like him. Like, what the hell? Like, why y'all be trying to... People be trying to... I don't know what the hell people be trying to do, honestly, goddamn it. Kathy said she needs to be a lawyer the way she defends. She do, girl. She need to go to Yale. She need to go to law school, go to Yale, the way she be trying to defend him. She tried to defend everything that man do, and he be disrespecting the hell out of her. He act like a female. Yes, he act like a whole female. He act like a bitch. He do. I don't like men that act like that. You acting like a whole female. Why are you moving? These are very bitch tendencies. Why are you moving like that? I don't know. You acting like a whole female. On live at that. You gonna try to embarrass me on live and think I'm still finna fuck with you after? And she still did it? She still fucking with him? This nigga tried to embarrass you on live. Y'all are both in a celebrity space. That means thousands of people have seen him. He tried to embarrass you in front of thousands and you are still fucking with him? No. Mm-mm. You got me bent. Kathy said, and Carisha man wants smoke, so clearly they're not playing. Period. Period. Her nigga would not be going off like that if they were just playing. And honestly, even if they were just playing, for her nigga to go off like that means he don't like the way that he plays with her. So that's disrespectful off jump. So you should not be playing with her like that, knowing that her man don't like you playing with her like that. You clearly not playing. This man done threatened to stomp you out, to beat you up, fight you, all this stuff, but oh, y'all was playing. You're not playing. You're not playing at all. Because for her man to even go off the way, for Carisha man to even go off Southside, to go off the way that he did, then clearly he know that she probably feel disrespected in some way. She must have said, off to the side in a private conversation, this nigga be wilding, like he disrespecting me on live or whatever. And even if she didn't say that, he can see you disrespecting his girl on live. I'ma definitely need my man to come like that behind me. Period. Minus call me a bitch. He was calling her all types of bitches way too much for me, but I need my man to step like that behind me. Period. You not finna just be talking to me any type of way, just playing any type of way with me. I don't like that. And I also don't understand. I think I said this before, or maybe I think I started on this, but then I got distracted. I said something else. But as far as like celebrities using, I don't understand why these rappers and shit be using IG live like FaceTime. And somebody said that on Twitter, but I definitely agree. I don't understand why they use it like FaceTime. Bro, that could have been a whole private conversation. If you know that y'all lit and you know that your nigga get to talking reckless when y'all lit, or you know that, or yeah, honestly, that's all I can say. Cause again, JC ain't saying nothing crazy. So I'm like, if you know your nigga get like that when y'all lit, and not that it's any excuse, cause girl, if he get like that when y'all lit, that should have dead been a red flag. But if you know that, why would you go on full blown live with him? And you talking about, oh, he been drinking, he been this. Okay, well, you know how he get when he lit, so you know he's falling on live. Everybody know how they man get when they lit. Anybody I've ever dated, I know how they are when they're sober. I know how they are when they're lit. I know how they are when they're around people. I know how they are by themselves. And honestly, for me personally, I like niggas who's the same by themselves when we not around a crowd, and they will move the same way in a crowd as when we not in a crowd. I don't like that switching up, that flip floppy. I don't like that. You at this point now you trying to show off, and please don't try to show off for me, because if you try to show off, I'm gonna show my ass. And now we both really finna be fucked up. I don't like that. Or actually, no, let me not even say that. Let me not even say that, because I feel like I've really evolved. I've come a long way. I'm not finna show my ass. I'm just finna leave. And I might show my ass outside after nobody can see me. But for the most part, I'm just no, like, you know how your man gets. So why are you on live with him acting like this? I just could never fathom letting a nigga disrespect me like that on live. Honestly, I could never imagine letting a nigga disrespect me like that. Period. And especially, and that's not me acting like I just never been in that position, honestly. That's me saying, now that I've been in a position like that before, where somebody was disrespecting me, not in that sense, but where they was disrespecting me at all, period. Now that I've learned and grown from that situation, I just could never imagine myself being back in a position where I let a nigga just disrespect me crazy, like, or at all. And just be sitting there chilling. And not only that, pause. I gotta put the needle down for this one. My friends are my family. I will always choose my friend over a nigga. All my friends, the 10 toes down for life. You are walking on thin ice if you think you're about to come up and start disrespecting my friends, making them feel uncomfortable, talking in any type of way. I promise you, you will go before they do. And that's on period. Every time. That's on everything. You will go before they do. A lot of people say that, but they don't really be about that. No, because niggas come and go. Bros before hoes for life. My friends, they have seen niggas come and go. And who still remains, who stays, who's there every time is them. It's always gonna be them. You not finna talk to my friends crazy. I don't like that. I've never dated no nigga that talked to my friends wild, disrespectful at all. My niggas always know, don't talk to my friends crazy. No. I've never, honestly, y'all, I've never even had a nigga try to talk to my friends crazy. Not even, not once. Promise you, never, not once. Period, Kathy. That's on period. That is on period. It is no trading. It is no flip flopping. I was actually just telling I was out with one of my friends earlier, you guys. I'm low key like, I'm not lit now. I've come up off of it now, or whatever. But we had drinks or whatever, and I was just telling her, I was like, I feel like I have more fun going on dates with you than have fun going on dates with these men or whatever. And I was just like, honestly, like, I cherish my friendships, because as women, I feel like it's so hard to find genuine friendships that are drama free, that are not toxic, that, promote growth within you as a person, within them as people. It's hard, especially when you're an adult. So the fact that I have a friend group that is so solid and not toxic and drama free, and it has such a positive impact in my life. Oh, them niggas always gonna go before my friends. Period. Period. My friends got no choice but to stay friends with me, because, bitch, we could never split up. I'm showing up at your doorstep. We could never. I'm awesome. I will handcuff hoes to my wrist. Period. We locked in. No, I just no, I just could not imagine letting no dude disrespect my friend and me not say nothing and just be letting him disrespect my friend like that. Hell no. So that live, I don't know, that live was very cringe to me. I was not feeling it at all. I was not feeling it. Um, I just, yeah, no, it was very, very weird energy. Who said that? Bayoshi said they be so weird energy. Yeah, that energy is mad weird. Like I don't know. It's just like it's like a understood. Like you not gonna talk to my friends like that. And I'm confused. I guess really honestly, I'm just very confused as to what made him feel like comfortable enough to even try to talk to Carisha like that. Like I'm not understanding. You talking over her, you trying to cut her off the same way you cutting off JT. And honestly, I'm kind of irritated that even with Carisha, she was letting him talk over her too. I'm like, why neither one of y'all really standing your ground when it comes to this nigga? Because if they me and my friends, we would have tag teamed that nigga. You getting cussed out by two bitches. I'm sorry, I'm over here cussing and stuff, but no. Because now you got me and my girl effed up. And I hope you ready to argue with the both of us. Because no. That was very, I don't, that whole thing was just very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. I don't know why. I don't know why she just sat there and took it as far as Carisha either. I really don't. Um, I'm not understanding why she just kind of like sat there and was just like really chilling with the way that he was talking to her. Cause I know if somebody that my friend was dating, but again, this is very hypothetical because the same way that I just told y'all I would never let my friends are the same way. They would never let no dude just disrespect me like that. But in the event, hypothetically, that it ever were to happen, oh, trust and believe, I'm cussing your nigga out. I'm sorry. And I still had nothing but love for you, but no, you not finna disrespect me. You not. And you not even my nigga disrespect me like that? My nigga's already not gonna do that. So you not even mine? And you think you gonna do that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It be World War III in that bitch. Kathy said they talk one way in lyrics and another way in reality is cap. No, I swear, the City Girls is not city girling. And I'm not understanding what is their purpose for being so nice to his feelings per se, because they have their own money. So it's not like, oh, if they something to him, and even then I don't give a fuck. I'll figure it out. But it's not like, oh, if we say something to him, he's not gonna cover this. Oh, if we say something to him, he flew us out and maybe he's not gonna fly us back. Y'all got your own bread. Why are you letting him talk to you stupid? And I'm live. Mm-mm. I'm very confused. Damn, I got too much track left right here. I'm gonna have to cut that. I am very confused. He pays, but for what? If I have my own and he's paying, then what do I give a fuck about him paying for? I have my own. You paying is just extra. It's not needed. So I don't have to kiss your ass because you paying. Like, no, I have my own. So what does that mean? He pays, so she can pay too. There's a difference between me having the money and just wanting to spend yours and me not having the money. And she has the money. She just want to spend his. So it's like you don't owe him nothing. Girl. I'm just not understanding why they just let that man talk to them like that. Dependency is a thing that are the faults in but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when it comes that's not the fault in hypergamy, because that's where y'all be getting messed up. That's where a lot of these men get it messed up. Hypergamy does not mean you don't have your own. I've never once said that on my channel, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody else who talk about hypergamy say that. Hypergamy does not mean you don't have your own. Hypergamy means I have mine, so you need to be able to add to what I already have and then do more for me because I'm already doing. I'm not relying on you, but I know how I deserve to be treated because this is how I treat myself. So no, there is no fault in hypergamy. There's not. Cause I have mine. Anything a nigga do is extra. And that's what I'm saying as far as JT too. Anything a nigga do for her is extra. She's not broke. And that's where I'm confused. She is not broke. Baby. She's coming together because they really tried it. Girl, the ends were thin at first. I don't know if I want to take this 26-inch up halfway or maybe I want to stop here. Because I don't want it to be too... Maybe I'll do like 2 more rows. I don't want to be too bulky. She said, right, hypergamy is a woman in her divine femininity who knows her worth and allows men to be masculine and take care of her with respect, period. That's exactly what it is. That does not mean I'm not coming with no sob story. I'm not relying on you. I'm not, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent this month. No, I do all that. I do all that. All my bills I pay for myself. So why am I letting you get coochie? Why am I letting you just even think about coming into my space of peace and sanity if you're not gonna add on to what I'm already doing for myself or do more? Why? What would I get out of that? She said she need to get with someone peaceful like Eve did. Period. Kathy Harris coming through. I cannot, y'all. I'm gonna be swinging these 26 inches in LA this weekend. Okay, baby. I am so ready. Ooh, I'm so ready. I literally cannot wait. I need a trip. I need a break from my routine. And I'm ready to be a bad bitch. Okay. Not to say I'm not, but you know how y'all get in a routine of like, you be working a lot of stuff and you just feel like you don't really get like dolled up and whatnot. So I'm just ready to be back on mine, dolled up and really how I like to present myself. Like I'm getting my lashes done in the morning. I'm gonna install this hair that I'm working on now. I'm gonna install it tomorrow, probably after I get my lashes done. And yeah, that's what I'm on. I just want to have a good trip and just take a break from my everyday life. Okay, let's talk about Lil Nas though. Let's get into the Lil Nas video and whatnot. Let me read some of what you guys have to say first. Bayo, says she need to get with someone peaceful like Eve did. Right. I don't know. I just feel like I'm at a point in my life. I'm dating for peace. I don't want to be on a rah-rah shit. I don't want to be fussing, cussing, fighting. I don't want any of that, honestly. Like, I'm dating for peace. And I feel like people oftentimes, I would say what I noticed is I feel like people feel like peaceful women all have like one certain look. Like if they don't look like Janae Aiko or Erica Badu or like, and when I say look, I mean like how they dress or like how they like, dress, how they do their hair, everything. If they don't have like Janae Aiko style, Erica Badu style, stuff like that, then people are like, oh, they're not spiritual, they're not peaceful. But peaceful spiritual women come in all forms. Spiritual women also have styles like these IG bitches. Spiritual women have styles like the more boho chic women or the more boho dressing women, or like spiritual women aren't just the women that have their hair locked up and have 4 nose rings and the armbands and wearing evil eyes and shit. Like that's not spiritual women come in all forms. So I just feel like I'm at a point in my life where I just want somebody who makes me feel good. Like I don't want to. I don't want to argue. I don't want to do none of that. And the more I mature, and the more I start wanting different things, I literally refuse. Like I'm not finna sit here and argue with you. You can try, but I'm not about to give into that. Old me was very easy to argue with. Me now, more mature me is just not. First off, it's always been very hard to make me mad. I don't get mad easy, but to get me to sit there and argue with you, I don't get paid for that. It really does not happen often at all. I'm not one to sit there and argue with people. Like when I say y'all, it's very rare. It's pretty freaking rare to see me argue with people. I just don't have time. I'm a very peaceful person. Like I will deal with confrontation, but I don't seek out confrontation. I don't like it. I would definitely deal with it, but if I could have it my way, I'm not going for that. Okay, let's talk about the Lil Nas thing. Yeah, no, lesbian relationships on screen are strictly for the male gaze in the US, and it's really annoying. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm not tired of seeing lesbian relationships. I'm tired of seeing lesbian relationships that are, like you said, strictly for the male gaze and to benefit the sexual satisfaction of males. Men don't deserve shit. They don't. They don't. Why are we giving them lesbian action on screen for free? Or I guess not for free because Netflix like what $9.99 a month, but ugh, why are they getting it for that cheap? Men don't deserve air. That's what I really need to make into a T-shirt. Somebody in the chat mad as fuck. Kobe Anthony said, "You seem bitter and single, baby. You seem mad impressed, and you nigga I would never date anyway." So, what's that on that? Oh, and now you seem blocked by one of my moderators. Bitch. Period. Yes, Princess Pink is on it. Okay, period. That's one of my moderators. She be coming through. Every time. Every time. Y'all not finna be spamming my shit. Right. If I'm bitter, why are you watching you here watching me? Mad. I love pissing men off. Honestly, it's literally a sport at this point. I need a trophy. I love it. It's probably like one of my favorite pastimes. I'm screaming because now I just said I'm so about peace, but I love pissing men off. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand. When it comes to relationships, I want peace in a relationship. But when it comes to pissing off these bums, these dusties, I shouldn't say I love pissing men off because actual men, alpha men, I don't seek to piss them off. I seek to let them do them. These bums and these dusties, I love pissing off dusties. Dust bucket, dust ball ass bitch. Anyway, let's talk about the Little Nas video. So I honestly, you guys, as far as the Lil Nas video, I hope YouTube doesn't demonetize this video because I'm cussing so much. But YouTube is so hit or miss because honestly, people be cursing left and right on YouTube and their videos still be getting all the shmoney. But if you're black on YouTube and you do that, baby, ain't no telling. TikTok too, child. But anyway, hold on, let me see what I honestly really liked the Lil Nas X video. The video, okay? Where he lost me was the shoes. I feel like the video was very creative. I really like the graphics. And it really spoke to the fact that people are always telling gay people, oh, y'all going to hell, y'all going to hell. But then he slides the hell on a pole and then people are mad. I like the video. I feel like there was nothing wrong with the video to me as far as I'm concerned. People stay telling gay people they're going to hell. So why are you pissed that he's in hell in his music video? Like, I'm not understanding what was the issue with that. Where he lost me though. Um Honestly, he didn't even really lose me at when he like killed the devil and he put the horns on, because I don't know, maybe that was him conquering people's version of the idea of his sexuality. I don't know. Like, I personally wouldn't have done the video that way at the end, but the video as a whole, I liked it. And I like the song too. I like the song a lot. Where he lost me was the shoes. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't like that shit at all. You playing with, cause see, okay, I'm one of those people, I gotta put the needle down for this too. I'm one of those people where I'm a believer in letting people do them when it comes to their spirituality, when it comes to their religion. I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual. And I feel like, again, I've said this multiple times on platform. I feel like in order to be religious, you have to be open to all religions. So, but when I say that, I'm just gonna say, for me personally, I'm open to all religions. Like, if you're atheist, I don't care. That's cool with me. When you step into the realm of your worshiping Satan, that's where you lost me. I don't support that. No. I'm a child of God. That's what I believe in. And no, when you are blatantly trying to, because see, you can be atheist and not blatantly disrespect God. You just don't believe, and that's your prerogative. That's cool. When you are a Satanist, you are blatantly disrespecting the Lord. You are making a conscious decision to be like, to do the exact opposite, and that's why I'm like, I'm out. So the fact that, again, the video, not disturbing. The shoes is where it really got disturbing, where they really lost me, because I'm like, bro, with the shoes, you're talking about you selling 666 pairs. There is power in repetition in numbers. And oh, I'm like, not my cat was under the bed doing something about. There's power in the repetition of numbers, but then you also talking about there's human blood in the shoe. And the thing is, blood is very ritualistic. I've always been knowing of this as far as like my spiritual journey. I'm very aware of that. Blood is very ritualistic. There's a lot you can do with people's blood. I don't understand for the person who, I guess, the person, the people, whatever, who agreed to put their blood in a shoe. Why the hell would you do that? Do you know what people can do with your blood? Think about all types of hoodoo, voodoo, whatever the fuck on you, and you will be all the way fucked up. Blood rituals are very strong. They're very real. I wish somebody would ask me to put my blood in a shoe to sell to random people all over. As crazy as Americans are, and you talking about you gonna put my blood in a shoe and release 666 pairs with that devil ass number, and you gonna pass the shoe out around to random people. I don't know their mental health status. I don't know them. I don't know what they're into. And I'm supposed to put my blood in this shoe and let you sell it? Baby, you got me dumb fucked up. I'm sleep. What? So if somebody decided, okay, just randomly, oh, okay, I got this random person blood. Let me see. I want to put a generational curse on them so that their family and, people to come, I'm gonna just curse their whole bloodline just because, shit, you got people out here, everybody think they're witch now because of TikTok. You might have somebody, one of these little practicing witches, wannabe witches, talking about some, oh, let me practice on this person's blood and see if it works. They not gonna know if it ever works, but you gonna know. Hell no. Then you got a pentagram on it. I'm like, nah, now you just being very blatantly disrespectful of God. And that's not something I can get with. That's just me personally. And that's coming from somebody who, again, I'm not overly religious. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe each person's journey with the Lord is their own. But I also don't believe in just blatantly disrespecting God either. Like, you doing a lot. You doing a lot. And I get that Lil Nas likes to troll, but I'm like, the video alone was already trolling enough and already had enough buzz. Like, Why the shoe? The video alone already had people up in, had they panties in a bunch. Let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying. Um, Fire Pond said, "Yeah, I'm an atheist and I respect other people's religions as long as they don't try to convert me, shove the religion down my throat, or tell me I'm evil because I don't believe in what they do." Yeah, I'm very big on, like, let people do them. Like, if somebody doesn't believe, that is your, again, that's your right. Like, you are not obligated to believe in, to believe. You're not obligated. But to blatantly disrespect it, I'm like, ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. Or no, I do know how I feel about that, and I don't like it. I really don't. We could have all lived without that. He was doing a lot, a hell of a lot. Ugh, my inches are about to give. Ooh, they about to give. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to read some of what you guys are saying. Made in America just means completed in America. They start in sweatshops and just finish making it in America. I'm not too sure what you guys are talking about right there. Meeting any cherry bombs in LA? No, not as far as I know. I've had people message me and ask me if I would do like meet and greets or whatever, but I feel like I would say, even, even outside of the quarantine, I feel like the era of meet and greets are kind of no longer, because everybody thinks like they're just like too cool for shit. So I don't know if I would want to try to do a whole meet and greet. But y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't know. I feel like people have this mentality now. Like, I don't know. Everybody's on this like cool kid shit. So I don't know if meet and greets are still a thing. I would do one. I would still, do YouTube stuff. But I just don't know if people would like come out and support, or if they would be on there like, oh, they're not even famous for real. Like, I'm not doing that shit. You know? Eat fantastic when you go to LA. Yeah, y'all drop ideas. Honestly, what I really need for LA, yeah, I feel like meet and greets are dead. Who is that? Bad Girl Legs or Bad Gal Legs? Um, I do. I wish they weren't, because I feel like that was dope. I also feel like collaborations have died, and I wish those would come back, because it is fun to see your favorite content creators um create content with your other favorite content creators. Like, that's really dope. It's really cool. But yeah, everybody's just on this real like cool kid shit. Like, I don't want to, like, oh my god, you actually comment on other people's posts. Like, you don't just sit there and act like you're above everybody. Like, ew. You actually give other YouTubers stuff a thumbs up. Ew. You actually support other content creators and don't act like you're the baddest thing walking. Ew. And I was like, I can't. A lot of these, what I will say, a lot of these creators' attitudes are really janky as fuck in real life. And because I'm in a space where, every now and then I actually get to interact with them or meet them, I can just tell y'all, a lot of them are janky as fuck in real life. They're mean girls, and I don't like that shit, because a bitch can never mean girl me, period. Never. Never. But I also don't I don't know. I just don't want to put myself in situations where I even have to defend myself against mean girls because I just don't like that type of energy. That type of energy is mad weird. It's weird as hell. I have content creators that I would love to collaborate with though. And the few that I actually would like to really collaborate with, I think they would be down because they don't I really, enjoy watching their content and I like their energy and I feel like from what I can tell from what I've seen, they don't be on that shit. So I have a few that I would definitely do it with. And I actually hit up one of them and y'all are gonna be so hyped because this is somebody y'all always ask me to do stuff with. So I hit her up and we are currently working on something. I don't want to say who yet because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, she's pretty big and we're currently working on something and y'all are gonna really like it. And we're gonna try to possibly get two more people on board. Um, but it's going to be well, I'm not even gonna announce it yet. Just know it's gonna be dope. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Um, Somebody said to be honest, the Netflix shows and movies have been kind of lame. We literally spent the week talking about Bridgerton and looking back on it, it was okay. But I refused to watch Bridgerton and I never watched it because it just seemed like another colorist ass Netflix special where everybody is chasing and feeding after this white girl, and then you got this mixed girl that everybody's also chasing and feeding over. You have no, as far as I saw, because I watched like two episodes, I'm like, you have no black women leads within it. And then as far as I saw, you don't even have any black male leads, like unambiguous black male. So I was just like, no, I'm not with this. And I did not continue. So I've only seen two episodes of Bridgerton, and I said, "Fuck that." I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of watching the whole like, oh, this is the mixed girl struggle, like, and I'm not saying they don't have struggles of their own, but I'm tired of that being the only thing that we see. And as a black woman, I'm tired of all these shows that I can't relate to at all. So it's just been really hard for me to get into TV at all. Period. At this point, shows, whether streaming, whatever, it's hard for me to get into anything because everything is only ambiguous mixed light skinned women and I can't relate to that. So I'm just like, okay. I can't tell you the last time I saw a good show with a woman that looked like me, probably Little Fireflies Everywhere. That show was good as hell. Strong female black lead. Good as hell. Outside of that, I couldn't tell you. Everything else is just them being side characters. Oh, and then honestly, what should we call it? What's that show that with the? It's a new one. Oh my god, they have accents, but it's not like British accents. It's like almost like I don't know how you would describe it. Where they can kind of like they have like outer body experiences and in the well I don't want to spoil the end, but they have like out of body experiences and it's like this girl, she's married to this guy and the guy's like a I guess he's like a therapist or something, and it's a black girl that he falls in love with and he starts fucking with her, which granted I'm tired of seeing black women as mistresses instead of just a healthy main love interest, but I liked the show. In her eyes, yes, yo, behind her eyes. That show was good. That show was mad good. But I will say, even with that show being good, what kind of pisses me off too is I don't know if y'all noticed, and I'm not just trying to be just picking these shows apart, but I'm about to pick these shows apart because I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of them also. They be picking these black women to have these leads in shows when they do the rare moments they do, and they don't know how to do their hair. So then they be on screen looking crazy. Bro, hire black women to work on the set. Hire black women to work on the set. It's not hard. Y'all got all these white people that you hire to work on the sets of these movies and these shows that don't know how to do black hair or black makeup. Be having us looking ashy and crusty and hair not blended and weave, just all kinds of closures, just all kinds of fucked up. And so we look crazy. All the white girls look nice and they look presentable, and then we look crazy. I'm so tired of seeing that shit. Hair be looking a fucking fool. Hair be looking a motherfucking fool. Or then you have the shows where it's like, okay, because they don't want to deal with doing our hair, they just give them braids. That's some lazy ass shit. And then they just have braids the whole season. They never do anything different. The white girls be getting, you know, messy buns upwards, or like their hair be down, or sometimes their hair be straight, sometimes their hair be curled, sometimes it be like slick to the back, and we get braids the whole season. What? Y'all not realize black women, we are versatile. Versatility is our thing. We invented the word. Yeah, it be literally who said that? Patrice. It be braids or a horrible ass wig. Closure be goddamn somewhere back here, not blended at all. Edges be up in the wig. Leave the edges out. Stop putting the edges back in the wig. Girl, I be pissed. Y'all act like black women. Every time I come on YouTube, half the time I got a different hairstyle. Every time I walk in my shop, we got a different hairstyle. Or I got a different hairstyle. My clients tell me that all the time. They're like, oh my God, your hair is always so different. Yeah. I wear my hair out natural. I do blowouts. I do wigs. I do all types of stuff. So why is it we get these women in these series and y'all act like they gotta wear their hair one way the whole season? Cause y'all don't know how to do anybody hair who not white. Shit's annoying as fuck. Then people wonder why people think that black women aren't versatile, or we aren't this or we aren't that, because that's all they see on TV. It's up with really horrible ass wigs. That's why half these men that complain about, which they really shouldn't complain about it, because if you're not paying for it, why do you have a say in shit? But half these men that complain about these wigs and stuff, they going off what they see on these shows and shit. And honestly, I mean, honestly, they probably going off what they see in real life too, because I've seen a lot of bags of wigs. But the shows aren't helping. The shows are not helping. They're adding to the stigma that, our wigs be looking a fool. And there's a lot of us where our wigs look good as fuck. I don't understand why they just won't hire somebody who freaking... It's beyond me. All these bomb-ass black stylists that are on, social media and everything, and you can't reach out to none of them and hire them to come do the hair on your set. You don't reach out to any of them. You just gonna keep giving us these whack ass fucking... We just be looking a hot damn mess. Okay, I think I put enough tracks in this. I might just save the rest of the hair because I don't want it to be... I don't want it to be overly thick to the point where it's just too much going on in the back. And I think I've added enough. Oh no, you guys, don't worry. I am saving this live. It probably won't be up permanently, but I'll at least keep it up for probably a week or two. Most of these social media stylists be way better than professional stylists and be hella more creative. Miss Joe being said that. Speaking of y'all, let me talk about this, and I've talked about this before, so I'm not gonna try to spend a whole bunch of time on this. Where's my comb at? Damn it. I don't know where it is, but I don't feel like getting it, so we're just not about to comb this out right now. But, oh wait, pause. Before I even say that, y'all, look at how I freaking pluck this hairline. I'm telling y'all, little baby been through a lot, so don't look at that. But I tried to do the arrogant tay on the hairline. Granted, y'all can't all the way see it because I don't have my white t-shirt under it right now. But I think I did pretty good. If anything, the only thing I would say I messed up on is they said that when you do it, not to pluck by the parting area. So like here and here, we're not supposed to get plucked. Um, but yeah, I'm effing with the hairline. I gotta show you on a white shirt. It looks a lot better on the white shirt. I'm honestly, this is probably the proudest hairline I've ever done. And I plan to lay the living hell out of this wig and be a bad bitch. But, no, what was I gonna say? Let me go. Oh, thank you guys. Um, Let me go back up and read what you all were saying because that was gonna take me into my next little point. Oh, okay, stylist. Okay. Again, not gonna spend a lot of time, but these stylists, okay, so I agree with not arguing people on their prices. But I also agree with people having reasonable prices. And lately, I've just noticed it's become such a thing for these stylists to have unreasonable ass prices for what they are offering. And I'm gonna say it because I've always been a big believer as somebody who went to cosmetology school and is in the beauty industry. I've always been a big believer in, oh, it's you don't have the right to tell somebody what they should charge. Um, and I believe in that, but I also feel like as a professional, you need to be reasonable with what you're charging. And some of these bitches are not reasonable at all with what they're charging. And these new stylists are fucking lazy as hell. They're so lazy. And I'm annoyed with them, honestly. And that's coming from somebody who, luckily, I know how to do it myself. So I don't have to use them. But I'm annoyed with what they try to do to other people. It's very annoying to me. Like, you trying to charge somebody, um, $400 for an install, $350 whatever for an install, and they gotta come with their hair washed and braided. They already did over half the work, and you charging them what the fuck are you? And they bring in the hair themselves, and you got the nerve to sit there and we charge almost $400, girl. Go to hell, please, all the way, girl. All the damn way. That was fucking ridiculous. And they be the first ones on there cussing out people, cussing out Hollywood. You know, this is my worth, and that's not your worth. You don't even. And the thing is, I know I've said this before. The thing that pisses me off is not washing your client's hair is so much more of a big deal than people understand. Because from somebody who went to cosmetology school, let me tell you, washing someone's hair is the most important part of the whole entire service. It is the basis for having a successful style is a proper wash. And I know it might sound unreasonable to some or it might sound stupid, but a lot of people don't know how to properly wash their hair. They don't know how to properly wash their hair. That's just facts. They think their hair is washed, and it doesn't mean they're dirty. They just think their hair is washed. You can't see up there. So they think their hair is washed, and they still have a lot of dandruff, a lot of buildup, a lot of whatever the hell is still in their hair. And then you're trying to do a style on hair that's not all the way clean. And then they're wondering why their style is not lasting long, why their head is itching, why they got rashes, why they got all this, that, and the third. And it's because your lazy ass didn't fucking wash their hair. As the professional. Why are you not washing their hair, but you charge them all this money? And I'm not even saying, oh, why are you not washing their hair, period. If you don't want to wash hair, cool. But you also don't need to be charging prices like you finna wash their hair if you don't want to wash hair. If you're not going to wash or braid their hair, there's no reason why they should be paying you more than like, yo, honestly, keep it a buck. If you're not going to wash or blow dry their hair and braid it, there's no fucking reason why for a wig installation, why they're paying you more than $150. And that's facts. There's no reason. Because if all you're doing is plucking the hair and bleaching the knots and then putting it on their head and they have to do all the rest, why are you? I'm really not understanding. They doing half the work. The hell? But yeah, that was just a little side note, y'all. That really be pissing me off. These new hairstylists are lazy as hell, and it be pissing me off because it gives cosmetologists of today a bad name. It really does. What else? Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about that was on my list to talk about is Quavo and Sweetie. And I'm gonna make this quick because I already kind of voiced my opinion earlier in this live. And my opinion being that when it comes to, okay, so with Quavo and Sweetie, from what I saw in the video, um, first of all, like Lovely T was saying when she did her recap of the video, I don't respect the fact that the Shade Room cut that video. That is so messy. That's messy as fuck that they cut that video. You need to show the whole thing. That was very messy. It's biased as hell, and that's no. If you gonna be an outlet where you report on things, you need to report correctly, and don't be trying to twist narratives and twist stories. That's lame as fuck. I no longer follow the Shade Room because I don't know, y'all. The more I've been on my, not to sound cliche, but it just is what it is. The more I've been on my spirituality journey, certain things just don't align with me anymore. So I don't follow them. But yeah, that was messy. But also what I will say is again, you can see in the video, and this is not this is not to victim blame. You can see in the video that both them are actively being aggressors toward each other. It is not like an instance where one isn't swinging and the other is doing everything. It's more of like it's a clear back and forth. One is going, the other's going, the next one's going again, the other's going, until she got flung in the elevator, and then she kind of just sat down and kind of balled up. That's like, yo, that's fucked up. Yeah, fucked up. um Nobody knows, and I hate to say this because again, it's tough to say this because I also don't like when people use this as the basis for when people actually really do go through shit and like, oh, nobody knows the full story, and they try to use that to gaslight the victims. I don't like when people do that. But in this instance, based off this little clip of this video that we got, you really cannot tell who started it. You can't tell, I mean, you can tell who ended it, but you can't tell who started it. So nobody knows before the elevator clip. Nobody knows what happened in the hallway. Nobody knows what was going on before then. And again, as well, they were saying that, oh, it looks like she's trying to get away. But then when they finally went back and more information was coming out, allegedly, that happened at her place. And it seems as though he was trying to get his stuff and leave. And what I will say is, if, I'm not saying she was, I'm saying if she was the aggressor, then like I said earlier in this live, a lot of women get off on this, oh, I can put my hands on niggas, I can hit them, I can do whatever, and they're not supposed to touch me, and that's not the case. Don't put your hands on them. You're wrong too. If he was the aggressor, you're a grown-ass man. There's no reason you should ever put your hand on a woman. There's not. But that being said, if it's self-defense, it's self-defense. That goes for both sides. Self-defense is self-defense. There's no reason a woman should be putting her hand on a man. There's no reason a man should be putting his hand on a woman. Self-defense, self-defense. If somebody is trying to beat my ass, I'm not going to sit there and get my ass beat. I'm going to defend myself. And if I were to take it upon myself to try to be fighting a grown man and he decides to defend himself because I am actively trying to fight him, I can't be mad at him. And I've always said that. So that's just me saying, you know, based off what we saw, I literally, I just can't tell. Can't tell who was the aggressor. I have no idea. None. I have no idea. Ty singles, wait. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me read some of you guys' comments. Mm, okay, let me start from here. Um, Patrice said you can't tell who's the aggressor. Madison Keller said people don't get the difference between one person abusing another versus mutually abusive toxic situations. But I think Q and S were the second one. Yeah, honestly, you have a good point. That's honestly what I'm trying to say is there are people who are mutually toxic as hell and mutually abusive. And because our society is very much so automatically takes the side of the woman when it comes to these things, there are instances, I hate to say this, but it's just true. There are instances where women will take advantage of that. And I hate that they do because it really messes it up for women who actually do go through things and really have a story to tell. There are women that take advantage of it and they just be wilding the hell out, be putting their hands on men, aggressive as hell, beating them up, are very toxic. Shit, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. She been beating that man ass for years. But everybody just automatically took her side because she's a woman, even though she is the one that has been abusing him. You know? I still remember when that first happened because when Pirates of the Caribbean, when they kind of like started to fade off, I'm like, oh, okay, because Pirates of the Caribbean was like my age range. Like I grew up going to those movies with my dad and my brother. So when all that mess started going on, and I also grew up in a time period where it was like we loved Johnny Depp. Like we fangirled over Johnny Depp. Like he was like, oh my god, like he's so fun and none of that whoopie woo. More so our parents' generation, but us too. Like Johnny Depp was still looking good when I was younger. So when that situation happened, it really was sad because I remember seeing interviews way back when where you could see in the interview that he was scared of her. She would move a certain way and he would kind of go like within himself, like he would flinch and stuff. So I'm like, things just aren't always what they seem. So that's what I have to say about that. I would say to Quavo's, and as far as Quavo's Sweetie situation, because of the toxicity of it, I hope that they remain separated. I really used to like them together, so it sucks that they are no longer, doing their thing. But at the end of the day, toxic is toxic, and nobody wants to remain in a toxic situation. So it's better to leave and get out of it. I'm sorry, I can't stop feeling on this hair. It feels so good. But it's better to leave and get out of it than to remain in a toxic situation and then you going through all that. So it is what it is. Um, Tanisha M said the first time I saw a woman be charged is Amber from Teen Mom. She went to prison for hitting her baby daddy. That's when I knew it's real. Yeah, Amber from Teen Mom used to be whooping that man ass. She was very aggressive. And if I remember, because I didn't watch, Teen Mom extensively, but if I remember from the little clips that I did see, I don't remember ever seeing him fight back. It was just really her, just like she was putting that man through it. Okay, let me get some of this hair because I've been cutting tracks, and when you cut tracks, they shed a little bit. Jemiah said it's been the toxic women putting my hands on the dude, but the only one I've been the toxic woman putting my hand on the dude, but the only one I did it to, he brought out a different anger slash demon in me, but it don't make it right. Yeah, no. It does not make it right. And girl, I've been there before too. And it did not make it right. And to this day, I'd be sick to my stomach about it. I don't feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like it was cute or anything like that. I look back on that, I'm like, bro, like I get it. I was definitely being antagonized a lot. And I forgot somebody made I read a really good article about how some people will, I forgot what it's called, but how some people will antagonize you to the point where you do lash out, whether it be verbally or physically. And then after you lash out, after they've been antagonizing you, they'll try to gaslight you into feeling like you're an abuser after you've lashed out in response to them. I forgot what that's called. But that's different than you lashing out to start, not in response for shit, just you lashing out. That's different. That's two different things. You just deciding, oh, this person pissed me off, so I'm gonna lash out because we had disagreement. I'm gonna beat their ass because this is the only way I know how to deal with conflict. Is completely different than somebody is really antagonizing the hell out of you, and you are at your literally. You've really been trying to avoid lashing out. You've really been like, yo, like I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight. But I don't want to argue. Whatever, whatever. And you finally explode. Those are two different things. You choosing the explosive route from the get is not the same as what I just was talking about. Um, when it was me, for example, and I'll say this is not me being biased. This is just facts. Um, I used to I don't want to say which ex, but I used to have an ex who he would just antagonize, bro. I'd be like, hey, I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight. It would be 40 minutes, 45 minutes of him literally trying to throw low blows at me to piss me off, trying to say things to piss me off, just being nasty, picking at me, just being so manipulative and so just disgusting. And I would literally hold off. I would just keep on saying I don't want, because I know me. When I explode, I explode. So I was like, I'll just be like, I don't want to argue with you. I'm not trying to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue. That was just me. I'm not about to argue with you. Because people can't argue with themselves. But this person would just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then when I finally would be like, when I finally would explode, it'd be like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. You're so this, you're so that. Da, 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 gaslighting me. After I just spent 45 minutes trying not to argue with your ass. Like, some people out here are just really just evil. But yeah, yeah, I don't like instigators. I'm one of those people, even when I'm pissed at you, I can argue without, and I don't like to argue, but I can argue without flow. I don't throw low blows when I argue with you. I'm not bringing up your deepest, darkest secrets. I'm not bringing up your family traumas. I'm not bringing up, if it's not relevant to what we're arguing about, I'm not bringing it up. I'm not. I've always been like that. I don't believe in that. I don't take pride in, people like, oh, I flow low blows. I'll say some shit that's really like out the way. I don't take pride in that. Now, I'll say some disrespectful ass shit, but it's never going to be a low blow, if that makes sense. Like, what I'll say will still pertain to the argument. It's not going to be like, oh, that's why your mama tried to do, off herself or stuff. I would never, what does that have to do with what we're arguing about? You told me that in confidence because you trusted me to hold that information. I'm not going to throw that back at you in an argument. When I argue, I'm only arguing about whatever it is that I'm trying to get my point across about. I'm not bringing up other shit. I'm not. I don't like people that do that. Because as soon as you do that to me one time, I'm not going to tell you nothing else. Because I feel like, okay, you one of those. You like to hold on to people information so you can use it and throw it back in their face later. I don't like that. But yeah, you guys, I'm about to end this live. I've been on here for a little over an hour and a half. Um, have some more things that I want to take care of tonight, and I am kind of hungry. So we're gonna end this here. Again, I will say, as far as like Quavo and Sweetie, I hope they heal. And if one person was more so the aggressor than the other, then I hope that justice is served. And if they both are mutually toxic as hell and, being extra, then shit. They knew. Remy. Ooh, I know you're not on my motherfucking carpet. Is that? Okay, that's not her. Yeah. Um. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Q. Oh wait, Ophelia said, "How much is the lip procedure that you do? Did you try it on yourself?" I did do it on myself. My lips are resolved the hyaluronic pen. I love it. I think I'm gonna do my lips just a little bigger, but I did 2 syringes in my lips the first time. And I love the results that I've gotten off of that. So I probably might do one more and maybe do just a little on my cheeks. But um yeah, I charged $350 for it. I'm probably gonna run a special in the end of April and beginning of May. And yeah, so I will see you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Again, I'm gonna leave this up for like a week or two, and then I'll probably unlist it or whatever I decide to do with it. So and yes, you guys, y'all will get a video of me doing the hyaluronic pen. I recorded one and I just need to edit it, so y'all will be getting a video. And yeah, so I will see y'all in my next one, and I'm out, you guys. Y'all have a good night.